Hi guys, so I was partially ambivalent towards Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, and this video that I saw literally changed my mind because I saw a lot of videos about them, especially on TikTok, and but there was this moment today where I saw this video which made it very clear to me that I would not want anything to do with these guys. And I'm a very, very tolerant person. I'm a Tantra master myself, had lots of experience in a lot of ways, but something that absolutely doesn't go for me is that Tristan, his brother, made a video where he speaks about how to get virgins. And he said, well, you cannot really, I don't have an answer for you, so you gotta be 1 to 2 months friends with the virgin, boyfriend, be like her boyfriend, and then you can basically have sex with her. And then he's basically clearly implying, absolutely clearly, without doubt, that you then go on to the next, you basically drop that woman. And if he were to do that himself, that's his thing. But teaching that to many young men out there and incels and whatever was the absolute straw that broke the camel's back for me. That was where I said, okay, this is completely done for me, especially as a Tantra healer where I heal people from traumas. Even acting like that is basically highly toxic to the woman's energy field. And if you do that, if you try to get into bed a 30-year-old woman, whatever, that's another thing. But to pretend to be the boyfriend for 1 or 2 months in order to have sex with a virgin, in order then to drop her and go on to the next one, that's absolutely like no go in my book. And that shows the characters that they really are. They do not care. And that's the problem. They do not care. And I think it stems possibly, very possibly, because I've heard a quotation, I heard that Andrew Tate or the Tate brothers said that their mother was harsh and mean. And I guess that stems from that trauma. So it's kind of like, it's almost like payback time. To women. So they come from a dysfunctional family basically, and now they go spewing their nonsense all over the world. While I agree with some things that they say in terms of like politics and stuff, it feels that they're just using that as an excuse to grow their business. So they're just instrumentalizing that to grow their business. And I personally am highly against the idea that that you take a whole bunch of people and you make them toxic even more than they already are, because I think we need to heal the world and not make it worse. So when a guy shows you, hey, how to be more like a man, how to be masculine and how to be more attractive, okay, that's fine. But taking advantage of people, and then you could say some of the most innocent ones, that's a literally absolute no-go. If he would have said, you have to become boyfriends with her, and but you should only do that when you're in love or whatever, it would be different. But he's literally giving advice to young men on how to take advantage of women that never had a guy, and then drop them. That taints them for their whole life. They're gonna have basically issues for their whole life. And so, and not everybody comes from a very functional family where they can distinguish between certain types of people. So when I was young, I didn't even know toxic metaframing. I didn't know libido empowerment. I wasn't spiritually awakened yet. And I wish I would have had a mentor, especially a spiritual mentor or some kind of, absolute ace and with high morals that would have shown me, okay, you gotta do this in life, this and this and this, and that would put you on the right path to have a much easier life, much better, much more loving, all this. And they're doing exactly the opposite. And this video for me was the perfect example why I cannot support them anymore, because that kind of behavior for me is absolutely no-go. And anybody who supports that kind of behavior is in itself, they're themselves toxic, and they have some kind of hate towards women which they need to get go of. No matter how women act, you cannot put them all under one, under one umbrella, and then just live out your traumatization on the whole gender. Okay, that's just insane. That's just psychotic. And so I'm completely done with that. I'm not gonna follow this anymore. It's totally, this is totally unrelated to the case. This is related to my character opinion on who they truly are. And just having that in your mind, like if I were to say a joke between me and a friend, and we're in a bar and we drunk a little bit, and I'm like, oh, she's a virgin, but I wish I could fuck her tonight. So that's different. But to engage, and I always, in anything I do, I think relationships should always be based on the possibility of real love. Not saying that that you start a relationship and you don't really know where it's going. You can never know that. But starting a relationship with the intention to basically hurt someone is just malevolent. It's just really toxic.